that chip you have in your hand is the best fentanyl detector on the planet. That chip is able to detect a single drop of fentanyl in an Olympic-sized swimming pool. Think about it as this new kind of platform that is merging brain cells with silicon.
The great thing about Texas, there's a frontier culture here, and it's just fun to be part of it.
It's going to take radical founders. You have to think about the technology and new business models and how we do things. You want to come to a place like Austin to build that.
Tech This Out isn't just another podcast. It's a groundbreaking video series that offers you unprecedented access to the innovators in Texas's tech industry who are transforming the world every single day.
I think Austin is becoming one of the greatest defense tech dual-use hubs in the United States and probably the world at this point.
The more we collaborate, the more we work together, the better it is for Texas, the better it is for the entrepreneur.
What really is going to matter is the connections we make together. And that means breaking silos down, getting people working together, and ultimately fostering an environment of creativity. And that's what I feel in Austin.
Join Emmy Award-winning Walt Makaborski as he introduces you to the extraordinary visionary shaping the future in bold and exciting ways. Only on the Tech This Out podcast.
Osh, thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
You are working on some game-changing technology with smell. What is it? What's the name of the company, and how did you develop it?
So the tech we're working on is a smell cyborg, and it's essentially a chip that merges brain cells, so genetically modified brain cells, and we put that together with electronics and optics to build this new class of devices, which is a smell cyborg or a smell processor. So it's essentially this new cutting-edge merger of what biology has built or has evolved over millions of years, and the electronics, which is only a few decades old. And it's a case of 1 + 1 being more than 2.
How big is it? Where will it be deployed? And what is actually in it?
So the way to think about the smell cyborg that we've built, or the smell processor that we've built, is that it's a platform. Fundamentally, it's a platform that has brain cells on it. But originally, this technology was meant to eventually do massive amounts of computation because the brain is very good at this. But we asked ourselves at Koniku, what is the real use case that can make an impact in the real world? And what we have found is having a smell cyborg allows you to detect things like explosive compounds, allows you to detect things like narcotics and chemical weapons, chemical threats. So in actual fact, we have a security, safety, and defense use case, which we're actively exploring, having that here in Austin. So that's the defense and the security use case. However, there are a plethora of other use cases out there. So things like healthcare, where we turn every bathroom in every home into a healthcare data center, or in consumer packaged goods, where, as far as I'm aware, the only company that has a digital copy of what a mango tastes like or what strawberries taste like, and so on and so forth. And you have applications in environmental monitoring, you name it. But fundamentally, think about it as this new kind of platform that is merging brain cells with silicon, and we're building that headquartered in San Rafael, just outside of San Francisco in Silicon Valley.
That is fascinating. What was your aha moment? How did that, was it by mistake or by design? How did you go down that path for a smelling cyborg?
So my background is actually in theoretical physics. My first job out of university was as a robotics engineer. So I worked in a robotics company. That company was in Switzerland. We eventually sold that company. So we're building what you call cobots, a pick-and-place robot. And what became clear to me while we were building these cobots with distributed processing inside is really when you look at the human hand, and you look at the robot arm, the degrees of freedom you can get from just your palm alone is pretty incredible. So your hand has what, about 27 degrees of freedom, and the whole robot arm that we had at the time had about 6 degrees of freedom, and we still struggle with it. And that forced me to go back to the university, and I did 2 PhDs. I dropped out of both PhDs, by the way, at the ETH in Zurich and at Imperial College in London. And I thought to myself, how can we build the same way that biology is able to build in a very elegant way? It's energy efficient, it's parsimonious, it's really a well-engineered system. Can we follow the footsteps of biology? And that's where I came to the idea of, instead of using transistors for building computers for processing, let's use brain cells instead. And from that came, let's go after an application that not only does biology excel better than anything out there, but let's solve problems that silicon cannot even solve at all. And I'm very excited about where we have gotten to so far. We've built the technology. It works, thankfully. And now we're scaling up the manufacturing here in the United States. Our products are made 100% in the United States. So we're pretty excited about that.
That is exciting. What brings you to Austin? Why is Austin's ecosystem important to your success?
So what we are finding out in Austin, apart from talking to our potential clients and folks that we can work with here in Austin, is everything seems to be possible. You come in here, there is a lot of excitement to build new things. The political establishment, if you will, or the policymakers here, they seem excited about really welcoming businesses. They are very, very pro-business, which is a great thing. And plus, there is also a very strong openness here to build defense tech. So we found that very exciting about Austin. The first time I came here, I was already able to meet mayors and Austin Council and all these folks to see how we can facilitate and take advantage of the ecosystem here and build something pretty quickly.
Well, welcome to Austin. And finally, I wanted to ask you, what is your hope for the future? Are we going to see more cyborgs integrating with human biology to have better lives and be safer?
So on the back end of it, our technology is built on the back of synthetic biology. So synthetic biology is basically bringing engineering principles or bringing mathematical or physical principles, bringing it to biology, essentially a more quantified biology. So think about how an engineer will look at biology problem. Instead of it being simply descriptive, it's more compute, it's more organized, and it's more quantitative, right? I see a lot of growth in that vertical. I see a lot of synthetic biology going into more classic tech. We see that, in fact, since our company came in, as far as I'm aware, we're the first company on the planet to actually merge biological cells with silicon, or merge brain cells with silicon. Since we've come along, we've seen really a number of companies that have come after us. Some are based here in the United States, others in Europe. We've even had some in Asia and other parts of the world coming up with this technology or something similar. So I'm pretty excited about what the future holds for this, and I'm equally as excited about what we can potentially do in Austin in whatever vertical that we eventually find interest.
Do you have an example with you?
Yes, I have one of our chips here. So it's really a small form factor chip. So the cool thing about what we've been able to do there is we've been able to pack all of the cells, the detection, the genetic engineering. We've been able to pack it into a very small space.
It's in right here.
It's
what is in this?
So that is our first generation chip with 4 channels. It has essentially, you see where the liquid is, where it looks a little bit wet in there. So that's where the cells are. And we've merged it in such a way that you can take air from outside, analyze what's in the air, and use the brain cells inside the chip to analyze the chemical compounds. So that's the bio coprocessor part of it. That's what actually has the living cells on it that we stick into the large machine.
What living cells are in here?
Those are cells that are able to detect fentanyl, for instance, or be able to detect explosives.
So could you discreetly have this like at the airport?
Exactly.
or
You could
at
have it in
the
a backpack.
convenience store.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I want to underline is on the fentanyl detection side, as far as we're aware, we have the best fentanyl detector on the planet, hands down. So if you had a drop of fentanyl the size of an ink, or the size of a grain of rice, and you put it in an Olympic-sized swimming pool, so that's 650,000 gallons of water, and you have this fentanyl inside, our technology will still be able to detect that there was some fentanyl inside. And the reason why we're able to do that is because we have taken the proteins that fentanyl reacts to in the body, we have reverse engineered it, and we've put it on our chip to essentially do the same that a dog would do, a human would do.
That is fascinating.
Yeah.
You know, Koniku is going to do some great things.
Oh, I believe we'll do some amazing things, but it takes a village, and we're excited to be here in Austin and work with the ecosystem here in Austin as well.
Well, I can't wait to see where you go next. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you, Walt. I really appreciate it. Thank you.